Right, buddy, it's Rangers up next for Manchester United. This is going to be the preview. We'll be talking about what to expect from Ruben Amorim, the team, the tactics, and ultimately, listen, it's another must-win game for Manchester United. Yes, we've lost in the Premier League, but this is another opportunity. We're 1 point behind Rangers. We need to qualify for that Europa League next round. We're limited to 2 second leg games. And listen, it's a huge chance for some of these players because, let's be honest, the performance against Brighton was nowhere near good enough. It lacked quality, intensity, literally everything what you see from Manchester United. Now, Rangers are going to be up for this game. Manchester United are at home. We're 7th in the Europa League group. I'm sure this is a big game. Now, Ruben Amorim has some big decisions to make over team selection. Who does he start in goal? Who does he start at wing-back? I mean, the biggest one is probably the goalkeeper. Listen, I'm not going to go into the sort of thing. It's a must-win game. Rangers are a decent side. They've only lost 1 game in the Europa League. I mean, the fact is, United haven't lost 1 game in the Europa League, which is shocking. I don't think many people would actually believe that. But we haven't. We've had 6 games, 3 wins, 3 draws. We sit on 12 points, 4 points off the top of the group, which it doesn't really matter what you get as long as you're in that top 8. And I'm sure United will do that. Now, let's get into my predicted team. Now, listen, in goal, to be honest, listen, I'm not really bothered who starts. Is it going to be Onana? Is it going to be Binder? I mean, by the time I do the 5 things, we'll probably know because he'll probably be asked in his press conference. I'm not really too bothered. I think Onana, yes, he's made blunders, and that one against, or the 2 against Brighton for me were very, very poor. But let's not shy away from the mistake that Binder's made. And I know he's had good games and we've sang his praises against Arsenal, but let's not make it confused. He's had ropey games himself, so we certainly have to think in the balance. That's why I'm not really bothered who goes in goal, really, whether that's Binder, whether that's Onana. I'm not really bothered. In terms of defence now, listen, I'm sure Lenny Yoro will be on the bench. This was the first time, I think in his under Ruben Amorim, definitely he's got back-to-back starts, which I thought was interesting. You can finally see him kind of increasing his fitness, which is a good thing. In terms of the back three, this is what I would do personally. I'm going to put Mazraoui right centre-back. I'm going to put Maguire central centre-back. I'm going to put Martinez left centre-back. Martinez comes in for Yoro. Mazraoui goes to right wing-back and De Ligt drops to the bench. It's more of a thing of, I just want to rotate De Ligt, give him a bit of rest. He's played a lot of games recently for United. Give him a rest will probably do him the world of good. And yeah, it's just about rest and rotating. I think Martinez can come back in. You put Mazraoui right centre-back because I don't want to see him at wing-back. And I think you keep Maguire in there. He had a decent game against Brighton. And yeah, we've looked a bit shaky defensively when he's not been in that side at the moment. So that's what I would go with. Now, in terms of wing-backs, as I said, I'm going to go AMAD right wing-back. I'm going to keep Delot out the left wing-back. I'm not, as I said, Delot's going to play there. I mean, we'll see if Patrick Dorgu comes in or if we do sign a left-back in the remaining 10, 11 days of the window. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, that's the strongest for me, the back. In terms of wing-backs, that we have AMAD right wing-back and Delot left wing-back. I don't want to see Mazraoui out there. He's a competent footballer, but he's nowhere near good enough to play wing-back for Manchester United, and that's the position we're crying out for. I mean, you could see Garnacho being tried out there, but listen, it's looking like he's going to Chelsea, so I don't think that will materialise. Now, in terms of midfield, there has to be changes. I'm bringing in Toby Collier. I know it's a big game, but Amorim's played him in big games before. He brought him on against Arsenal. He's got half an hour against Southampton, half an hour against Brighton. He is getting minutes into the team, and I think if there's any game to start him, it would be a Europa League game, and especially like this one. Listen, no game's easy, but I want to see Collier giving a go. I don't think it will happen, but this is what I would do personally. I would go Collier and Bruno. Now, I don't think that midfield hasn't actually played together, but I swear they did kind of in that second half against Brighton. They were the 2 dictating the play. I think why not give them a go? Give Ugarte and Mainoo a game off. As I said, if it is going rough, which it probably will be, you can always bring them on. But I think that midfield definitely need to rest. Ugarte and Mainoo have been overrun quite a bit. They're both getting subbed on early on into games. Early on into the second half, 64 minutes for both of them against Brighton, which could be Amorim resting them for this game, or just taking them off because they've been good enough. But that's what I would go midfield. Now, in terms of 2 inside forwards, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go Garnacho on the right, Zirkzee in the left, and Hojlund through the middle. Now, I know against Newcastle that didn't work, and obviously Zirkzee came off in like the 32nd minute, and all of that stuff happened. But I think why not give it a go? We haven't really seen, as I said, we've only seen it then, but we haven't really seen Hojlund and Zirkzee work. I think Hojlund's the striker that we need, and I think Zirkzee's not really a clinical striker, so why not play him in behind? I think we can risk to do something like that. I think you have AMAD coming in the right wing back, you have Garnacho in there. I think why not go for a team like that? I think there's some good quality there. I want to see Zirkzee, Hojlund potentially get some goals. As I said, Rangers are a decent side. I think they're second in the Scottish League. As I said, only lost one game in the Europa League. In the last Europa League game, they played Tottenham and they got a 1-1 draw. So, listen, it's a game where United must go all out to win. But the way that we've played, we just can't do the simples. And we need to see movement. We need to see fluidity. At home, our form's been pretty poor. And there hasn't been that intensity, that push, that ambition that we're so used to seeing Manchester United see. And it is pretty weird. But listen, let's see what happens. Let me know your thoughts. It's an interesting game. I'm hoping United can come away with the win. Ultimately, that's what you want. I think it's a very tough game. Every game's tough. We've seen that. There's no guarantee. But I just want to see a decent performance. Like, play with the ball. Like, we're not even being able to build up from the back. And that's ultimately what is the biggest issue. So I'm hoping there's something that we can kind of build on. We have to improve from the game against Brighton because that was very, very poor. And in terms of score predictions, listen, United are going to concede. I mean, it was like 10 games. I'd be surprised if we keep a clean sheet. I'm hoping we can. But I'll be very surprised. The way that we're playing at the moment is very, very sloppy. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. In terms of result, what do we even say? I'm going to go 2-1 Manchester United. I'm hoping we come away with a win. I'm hoping it's a much more convincing performance and a better performance than what we've seen recently. But you never know which United's going to turn up. You want to see us getting some goals. And yeah, listen, it's really difficult. Like, what do we do? Does Rashford come in now that he said he wants to stay? I'll talk about that in a separate video. But yeah, that's been my preview. That's been my predicted 11. Let me know your thoughts. Listen, Rangers are a decent side. We all know about them. Decent players, decent manager. And the thing is, at this point, any team can come to Old Trafford and they think they can win. We've seen Brighton do it. We've seen Bournemouth do it. Like Southampton, they thought they could do it. And obviously, it was just an AMAD couple of moments of brilliance. I did take that away from them. But yeah, United are not great at the minute. And I'm sure any team, whether that's Rangers, whether that's, as I said, Southampton, whether that be FCSB, I'm sure that's, I don't know if that's away, but still, any team thinking they can beat Manchester United at the moment. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm just going to quickly run through my team again. It should be on the right-hand side anyway. It's going to be, I've just gone with Onana, not really bothered. I'm going AMAD right wing back. I'm going Mazraoui, De Ligt and Martinez with Delo. I'm going Collier, Bruno, Zirkzee, Hojlund and Garnacho. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but that would be my team. Score prediction 2-1. Leave yours in the comment section below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. This has been the preview for Manchester United's home game against Rangers in the Europa League. Thank you for watching. Peace.